Hello and welcome to the channel. I know it's been a long time since my last video, but life matters have taken over. I have first moved and then I went on a long vacation. But anyway, I am here with my new purchase, the Seiko Turtle Save the Ocean. And as you might have noticed, this is a special edition because it has the kanji dates like the Japanese domestic model, but it does not have the made in Japan. Instead, it just specifies the movements. So what this is, and I can assure you this is totally original, what this is it's the Southeast and Australian edition, which comes with the kanji, but without the made in Japan. Of course, the star of the show is that dial and that bezel insert. So let's start by the dial. The dial has this wave pattern, but don't think of a wave pattern, a uniform wave pattern like the Omega Seamaster. This is a messy wave pattern with many waves going in all directions, representing a sea that is a bit agitated. And of course, the nickname of this watch, the Great White, comes from two references to great whites, and I just have to take that a bit away. Okay. First, there's, by the 8 o'clock marker, there's this dorsal fin from a great white, supposedly, and then the counterbalance of the seconds is also supposed to be the dorsal fin of a great white. Well, the bezel insert, as you can see, has some concentric circles, and I have counted them. There's 15 of them. That is the first thing, and the second thing is that the numbers are sunken in. They're not loomed, as you will see. I will throw a loom video in the end. And there you go. There's also a small difference with the previous SRP models, Turtle models, and it's the bezel itself. The bezel itself, I don't know if you can make it out, but it's a bit different from the previous turtles. It's a bit higher, first of all, and then the indentations are a bit different. Look at the previous turtle with the same indentations you will find in Seiko SKXs and other models. And now look at the turtle with indentations. They're pretty similar, but they're a bit higher. Besides from that, it is exactly the same watch. What has changed though is the price, as this one, the American and European versions can be had for around 450 to 500. The Japanese version, if you want to have that, it is way more expensive. It starts at 550 to 600 and something, and even more with the taxes you will have to pay. So my first question is, I bought this watch, so my answer will be probably yes, but is this version worth a premium over the previous models? The simple answer would be it depends. It depends on you. And when I saw this watch, when I saw it first in reviews and pictures, I was enamored because it looks so good. It looks so nice. It does look better than the PADI, for example. At least the dial is much more interesting than with the PADI, but I don't feel the same connection as I do with the PADI. Maybe one of the reasons is because of something that I call tactile feedback. the feeling when I turn this is good. It's typical Seiko, but it's firm and it's not ratchety at all. It feels quality. When I turn the Save the Ocean, the feeling is just not the same. And maybe it's because it hasn't broken in, but it feels a bit, I don't know how to say these, cheaper than on my PADI, first of all. Second gripe would be the crown. When I unscrew the watch, my PADI, the feeling is just good, it's quality, there's not roughness there, it's just smooth. And when I wind the watch, the winding is, well, it's almost imperceptible. And when I screw back the watch, well, there's almost no resistance. And that is, I don't know, these small things can make or break a watch, at least for me. And then, when I unscrewed for the first time the Save the Ocean, that is when the trouble began. It is tough to unscrew. I don't know, it's like this metallic feeling. It is just not smooth. It shouldn't be there. Then when you wind the watch, it's pretty much the same as with the Turtle, so that's no problem. But when I screw back the watch, here we go, it arrives at a point where it feels like rusted metal, and that is not nice at all. And that kind of breaks the watch. I am aware that it can be only my version, that this changes a lot as well, from version to version, but I believe that at the price point that this watch is specified, that this watch is proposed, things like these should be reviewed and should not get through quality control. And yes, we're going to talk about quality control because, as you can see, of course, in typical Seiko fashion, the 6 marker is misaligned to the right. And this is exactly the same with my PADI. But that's fine because this is a €200 watch. 250 it cost me, I think, and not almost 500 and even over 500. And then my last gripe with this watch will be, of course, as with many Seikos, the bracelet. As you can see, I'm not a fan of these bracelets, and I have removed it from my PADI, and I have put it in this nice vanilla scented Bonetto Cinturini, which I think makes it look much better, and which makes it better as a dive, let's say, nostalgic backup instrument. I have used this for diving many times. And this bracelet is just, there's two main flaws of the bracelet. First of all, of course, is the quality part. It's not a bad bracelet, but it's certainly a bad clasp and a bad diver's extension. So it is tinny, and it feels a bit unsecure, as a almost $600 watch should not be. There is a lot of competition now for micro brands which are putting up there bracelets that are much higher quality than these. And Seiko, well, everybody was okay with Seiko when Seiko proposed watches for $200, $250 that had these almost endearing aspects. At $500 and more, this is no longer acceptable, especially with such nice offerings from other brands. And the second thing, of course, this is a tool watch, I get it, but a bit of tapering on the bracelet would be wonderful. It does taper a bit, but a bit more would be even nicer. Let's do a loom comparison, and as you can see, actually the loom on the PADI looks a bit more impressive, and that is for one reason, because it holds more loom. As you can see, the indices on the Save the Ocean to the left, they have less loom because there's more of a border on the markers. So there is more loom on the PADI than there is on the Save the Ocean. So to sum it up, Seiko have come up with a new version of the beloved Turtle reissue, and they have made it much better looking than the previous versions, but that is pretty much it. It is the same watch with the same movement, with a loom that is not better, I would say, but that's even a bit worse, and with some quality features that have not improved. The price has raised significantly when you go from a $300 watch to a $500 watch and even more. That is doesn't sound like a lot of money, but that is almost a 75% increase. And is this watch 75% better than this watch? Well, no, it isn't. So the Save the Ocean that I bought with my money and that I like is, and you have to know this, is just about the looks. Don't expect it to be a more quality product than the versions before, because it is not. And this is just something that has been going on in other reviews that I have heard, that is just more quality. It is not. Buy it just for the looks. Don't expect it to be a quality upgrade from the previous Turtles. So that has been my review. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye.